Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Sensei Pink, and I'm coming back to you guys for my review on Lore Olympus episode 104. Alright guys, first things first, I really hope that you guys are out there being safe, washing your hands, staying away from the corona as much as you can, staying in your homes just like me. As you can see, I am missing one nail, and I can't get to a nail salon because everything is closed, so that is really hurting my soul because nails are a part of me, Sensei Pink. But we gotta do what we gotta do to stay safe, and just stay safe, you guys, and stay in your homes and wash your hands. And while you guys are in quarantine, just like me, don't forget to go follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and hit that subscribe and notification button to see more weekly videos. Kicking off this episode, we are brought back to Minthe, who is telling Thetis that Hades was right and that she is not her real friend. Becoming upset by Minthe's words, Thetis just tells her all she's ever tried to do was help her since they met, she was a huge nobody. Now Minthe, showing some real growth here, tells Thetis that she'd rather be a huge nobody rather than being friends with Thetis, and storms off to her home. After arriving home, Minthe shuts down her phone and becomes a prompt example of what we should be doing during this coronavirus outbreak by just quarantining herself at home with no contact or anything until the following Monday. Moving along, Minthe finally turns on her phone and she sees the text message that we see that Hades sent her asking if they could talk. After Minthe and Hades set up a little arrangement for them to meet at Minthe's apartment, Hades shows up and the two begin to talk. As they make some small talk, Minthe offers Hades a cigarette, to which he tells her that he's cutting back. Following his comment on cutting back, Minthe tells him that Miss Perfect really has done a number on him and asks him the dreadful question if they are breaking up. Now, takes Hades a moment, which really scared me for a little panel, and I'm pretty sure it scared us all, but he responds by telling her yes, which causes Minthe to break down and ask if they can try again one more time. Hades, who finally has just come to his senses, tells her that they have just tried so many times and gets all rhetorical on her and asks her if being with him makes him happy, because it sure as hell does not look like it. Although Minthe does not respond to what he said, she does tell him that before they get into it, she would like to tell him that she is sorry, to which Hades does accept her apology. After accepting her apology, Hades mentions that he knows that Minthe is going through stuff, but he is not the right being to help her with that, and that she needs to start taking responsibility for herself. Minthe then decides to remind Hades that she did just apologize, and just cuts to the chase and just asks him does he want it to end like this? But then y'all, our man Hades just starts spitting straight facts at her by telling her that she is the one who said that they were supposed to be messed up together and that he doesn't want that. Period. He continues on by telling her that he doesn't want a messed up relationship, but instead, my man wants to feel loved and secured every day, not just sometimes, but every single day. Then guys, we end off this episode with Minthe asking Hades if quote unquote it's her, and that does he love her, aka our girl Percy. Oh my god guys, I just feel like this episode was just a roller coaster of emotions for us to feel for Minthe. I am seriously proud of Minthe for realizing that her relationship with Thetis is completely toxic. But I'm also proud of Hades for realizing that his relationship with Minthe is toxic and that he doesn't want to be in it. Again guys, my hopes for Minthe are the same as last week. I truly want her to find happiness because she owes it to herself, and at the very least, Percy won't turn her into a mint plant like the original story, but maybe instead the first mint nymph or something. Alright guys, now that we wrap this episode up, let's jump into some predictions for episode 105. For my first and only prediction today guys, I really feel like things are about to go extremely sour between Minthe and Hades. As I said before, I really think that Minthe is about to be on her Roman's revenge shit and start plotting against Hades and Percy with Apollo. especially since she is no longer besties with salty fish Thetis. And I could totally see Apollo filling in, Thetis's like old bestie place, because him and Minthe have a common interest, and that is to take down Hades and Percy. Well guys, let me know. What are some of your thoughts on the character development of both Minthe and Hades in this episode? And if you guys think that both Minthe and Apollo will join forces in the future. Guys, remember to be like Minthe this episode and stay in your homes and stay safe and just quarantine. And while you're at home, go follow me on both Instagram and Twitter and smash that like button if you enjoyed watching. And lastly guys, hit that subscribe and notification button to see more of me, Sensei Pink.